level.
Favorite
roast.
fourth level spell.
No, I'm playing Dungeons and
Okay, I
Dragons.
think we're going maybe. Chat, sound off with what we're discussing. What our favorite fourth level spell is.
Gotta go polymorph, right?
Polymorph it's a hot spell, but it's more situational than I thought.
Is it?
It's not
I
true.
love I just love it.
You get booped out of being a crab, and then you're fucked, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Quote me on it.
It's easy to talk about the reasons why stopping being a crab would be bad, when we should be talking about why becoming a crab would be good.
Number one,
I mean,
shell.
but then
Number
also,
two,
if you make someone a
pinchers.
bear, then all of a sudden they can climb a tree really well. So.
Yeah,
Also,
you gotta
bears
think about who you turn into a bear.
are afraid
great.
of crabs.
It's true.
Did you say we were
Famous.
streaming?
Yeah, we're live right now. Jordan, I just want to
Okay.
Hi.
I want to point out that a failure of mine as the manager of this stream is that we have not done crat art yet. And
Oh,
I just want to
crart!
apologize
Crat
to all
art.
the true
Holy
BTH
moly.
fans in the chat. Sorry for not getting
Cratart.
crat art out to you yet. So we're working on it.
crats.
Who crarted?
Okay, anyway, sorry, Rachel, do you want to take it away?
Rodent. Yeah, hi everybody. We're live, and we all knew that for sure.
Yeah.
This is episode
casual
19 of Arc 4 of Better Than Heroes. Thanks for joining us tonight. If you're new to our stream, welcome. Thanks for coming. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 11 Kreen fighter.
I'm Andrew Ovredahl, and I guess if we're going with the old order, I feel like I'm stepping on somebody's place here. And I play hey, that's my Capri Sun, dude. Get your own.
That's my favorite
You
character name
changed
of all
your character?
time. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Who's
Capri
gonna-
Sun,
who's gonna make a character
freewheeling
that's- hey, dude, that's my
skateboarder.
Capri Sun.
How now,
from
son of
Chandos.
Capri?
No, I play Flute, aka the Windrider, a human bard warlock.
And
Can I
I'm
go?
Jordan
No.
Dahl. I play the Moonboy, a level 11 Moonboy.
Oh, and I'm Aaron Urist, and I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the Artificer.
I'm Harlan Kelly. I am the dungeon master of this game, and I play everybody else except for the moon.
I also play the moon. I voice the moon. You play the moon, Harlan. You control the moon, just like in real life.
Take it up with our YouTube commenters.
We are going to play some 5e Spelljammer inspired Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Our show is live soundtracked by Jason Wardell. You can hear him on the keys. And it is directed by Case Drury of Tiger Moon Productions. Ooh, and this show is brought to you by our patrons and our subscribers. So if you are subscribing to the channel, if you are a patron to support the show, thank you for making this show quite literally possible. You allow us to pay Case and pay Jason and make sure this show continues to grow and be cool every week. If you love the show and you want to support us, those are two great ways to do so. You can also check out our merch, which is on Teespring. And you can tell your buddies that we exist. Be like, hey, I know a cool group of kids, and they're pretending to be guys on the internet every Monday, but it's cooler than that. You should tell them about us.
You know a bunch of kids pretending to be guys on the internet.
Hey,
Don't tell them like that.
do you want? Do you
That
know
sounds like
friend?
we're catfishing people. is
Are you
all.
Chris?
Yeah, we are.
Is this state line?
What is Dungeons and Dragons other than very elaborate catfishing?
Very slow motion, prolonged.
We're catfishing ourselves.
Yes.
Yeah, we're trying to trick ourselves into thinking that we're wizards. That's
Okay,
D&D.
hear me out.
It's working.
A party that's all catfish.
Okay, yeah.
I like it.
Okay,
This
so
is
come out
we're
at
so
night.
far off the rails already. It's
We're
amazing.
all druids who got stuck in catfish form, but can still cast spells.
Now we're talking. Kind of
Okay.
crazy.
We're gonna play some D&D in just a few minutes. Thanks for joining us, and prepare for last week's recap.
Previously on Better Than Heroes, as Klik, K.A.I, and Moonboy prepared to leave the corridors, Madeira was teaching K.A.I how to return to the door dimension, when who should appear but the one and only Flute Whimteaser, aka the Windrider, aka the Sinker, aka the crew's best, fanciest, and most possessed son. The crew's foremost abandonment issue triggering bard. He returned to the crew by fate from Chandos after what he had experienced as a single night apart from his companions. The crew in the door dimension had suffered through a much longer separation, and reactions were mixed. Klik was pissed. K.A.I was feeling all sad and complicated. Moonboy left his hard feelings on Flute's cheek and then blissed out on that sweetest pickle, reunion. The party made their thanks and goodbyes to Madeira and headed through the gateway she had made them towards the Azure Forge, the Dinger, and the friends they had gone to such great lengths to try and fail to protect. On the other side, within the Arcane pocket dimension, a whole world stretched out ahead, silent and empty like stage dressings. Beneath the mountains lay the Azure Forge, billowing luminous smoke. The crew found a spot and spent the night in rest, preparing for what was to come. If they are here, could our friends still be alive? Will we have to fight our way out of a magic factory full of giant blue arms dealers? Will we have to fight our way in? Is this completely crazy? This seems serious. I'm uncomfortable. Quick, someone do a funny smell. Make a fart. Can any of us fart on command? Find out right now on Better Than Heroes.
So, last we found our party, you all were in this hazy, colorful, cloudy abyss with the Azure Forge off in the distance that you could see through the colorful clouds. And you all made camp in a cave. Suddenly this feels like some sort of Shel Silverstein poem. I don't know why. But, and we have a watch order that we did at the end of the last session. And the first one was K.A.I, who, if from my notes, which were here close to me a second ago and now have disappeared, but I know what happened. Oh, they're there. What happened was, K.A.I, you were first up. You took first watch looking out at this cloudy cave. And you rolled in the single digits on the percentile dice. And then you also rolled under 10 on the, or under 20, I'm sorry. You rolled an 18 on perception. And so you, K.A.I, noticed nothing on your watch. Nothing happens. Everything is fine. There are no problems.
All is quiet.
You can...
I made blintzes. Want some?
Which you can hand off to Klik as she takes her watch. So the second member of your crew who does not need to sleep that much at all. Or not do, only needs to rest a tiny little bit. So you hand it off, no problem. Hand her a blintz. And Klik, you are alone here staring out at this darkened but not dark world. That does not seem to have too much of a daytime or too much of a nighttime, but just has varying shades of intensity of the color that fills this space. Mostly these illuminated Technicolor clouds that are floating around and vaguely obscuring the Azure Forge. And as you are watching in the abyss of the night, you hear a scuttle and a scuffing. Maybe even a scamper. As something not too far away from this cavern is moving toward you all. And you can hear a little bit of like a rock falling down a hill maybe, and some footprints here and there. And as you wait and listen, you can't see anything through the mist, but you can hear a bit of a huff, a very like labored breathing, this deep, heavy.
That's nothing.
Yeah, she'll hiss at Kai, who's also awake but is sort of resting. Did you hear that?
No, sorry. What? I was listening to music.
There's something outside.
Really?
I can hear it. Klik will nudge the moon boy and just be like, there's something moving outside.
It wasn't me.
Well,
I will say, if you wake up the Moon Boy, it will interfere with his ability to get a full long rest.
nah. I mean, it'll interfere with ours too, but okay. Well, I.
No,
No,
it won't,
can-
because you and Kai have limited, like, you have like smaller ranges that you need, and Moon Boy
Yeah,
and
that's
Flute
true.
have different
Okay.
ranges. Yeah.
I will let the moon boy rest, and I will. Can I reach out
going back to sleep.
psionically and see if I can feel anything that's like mentally aware nearby? Like try and talk to
Absolutely.
somebody.
Do a perception check. Actually, you know what?
Yeah.
No. I want you to do a persuasion check.
Oof. Terrible. I think it's so bad. Yeah, it's a 6.
So you ping out into a sentient mind, and you're going to touch base with that mind. And so in order for you to ping, you can't just like feel if something's there or not communicate something. You have to be sending a message out into
Yeah.
the universe here. What message are you sending out into the universe, Klik, as you're just like pinging, unaware of what this is at all, as you're just shooting your shot?
Occupied.
Somebody's in here.
Somebody's in here.
Y'all from the bank?
At a porta potty and a music festival. Yeah.
Hello? Who?
Hey. Stop pulling at the door. Yeah. You hear back. Oh God! Whoa! Oh, that's mine. Damn it! That's mine.
You're what?
And I'd love to. That's my cave. It's not occupied. It's my cave. And I would love to have you roll a history check, and I will say it's a very low DC.
It better be. Actually, my history got better. Oh, okay. 19.
Case, if you could throw the art up on the screen, you recognize this voice immediately when you hear it in your mind as the wannabe botanist Malzar from y'all's ship. As his voice is immediately back in your mind, pings back, and he's like, "That's my cave. This is mine. My cave." Yeah.
Malzor?
And you can
Smell
you
like
can
weed
see
to you,
Malzar
Klik?
as some of the clouds clear. You can see him walking up and kind of like looking around nervously and looking up at the cave, and he can't quite see you, but you can see him through the mist.
I'm just gonna walk toward him.
Hey.
No.
Where?
No.
Okay.
You're alive.
he immediately like drops the rocks he's carrying and like puts his hands up and gets on his knees. He's like, "Don't kill me."
I saved you once. I'd rather not do it again.
Oh, what? No one saved me except for the crew of the Dinger. And he looks up. He's like, "Holy shit! It's one of them crew members of the Dinger."
I can't believe you're alive. It's great. Of
Yeah.
anyone to survive.
Malzor! Oh my,
Yeah.
are you all right? How did you? Oh my goodness! Come in. Come up here.
K.A.I made
Wow, you're all here.
blinks.
Look, it's Moonboy sleeping. It's what's his name? He looks over at Flute, unsure of his name.
Yeah. I don't think
It
Flute ever
doesn't matter.
even spoke to
Okay,
us.
yeah. The gang's all here.
Clarinet, wind, breeze, Walker.
Yeah. It's Tootie.
His name's Oboe.
Tootie Oboe.
Tootie
Oh,
Oboe.
that's canon.
Yeah, by the end of this campaign, you're gonna have like 20 names.
Tootie Oboe.
It's me, Tootie Oboe.
It's Klik, it's Tootie Oboe, all of them. Malzahar's like looking astonished and like has an armful of rocks. And he's like, "I didn't think I would ever see y'all again. This is amazing." He's like, "At one point I woke up out of a near unconscious state after being possessed by a ghost for hundreds of years, and then I wake up and I see you all, and now I've been lost in another dimension, and I fell off the only place I could call home after that, and what do you know? You all just happened to stumble in the same cave that I'm dwelling in."
How did you get here?
You
Where
fell off
is-
the Dinger?
Yeah, I fell off the Dinger. It was
So-
flying
so
through
you-
this dimension, and I fell off it. It was very fortuitous. I didn't know it was a good thing. I just fell off. But
What do
I
you
didn't
mean?
do it intentionally.
So
I was
you
trying to
haven't
grow
seen...
some creepers out of one of the portholes. I was trying to grow some like creeping vines out of the side, and in the boop of the dimension change, I got lurched up and out, and I just fell off
You
the
got
side.
boop. It turned the boop. You got boop at the beppoed.
Yeah, I got booba de beppo. Yep. But here I am. I'm the only one living. All the other ones died.
What?
You
As
don't...
far as I know, I haven't seen them in a long time. But they might. I don't know. I didn't see them die. I've just been assuming everyone I know is dead because I've been living in this dimension by myself.
Why would you say
Poor
that?
plants.
My God.
So you fell off the Dinger? Did you see your captors? Do you know what they were intending to do? Do you know anything?
Yeah, there's a bunch of Arcane fellows. I've seen pictures of them, seen drawings, but I've never
blue
actually
guys.
encountered one. Big blue guys. Yeah, they all looked exactly
blue.
the same.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
No, but it wasn't. Look, I'm a wannabe botanist. You know, I take if I pay attention, I'm a wannabe botanist, and I'm an ex-historian. So if there's anything I pay attention to, it's details. And so it wasn't just a little bit of the same. You know, it wasn't just that kind of like problematic the same. It was no, they were actually all the same.
Sure.
Is that in your opinion as a wannabe botanist or as a disgraced historian?
Not disgraced, retired, ex. No longer. I've had it with history. I'm living in the present with plants.
I look
Well-
him over and I'm like, history hasn't had it with you.
That's because time never stops
It's
moving.
pretty good. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be riffing. This is sad.
No, it's incredible. This is the time to celebrate. I thought I was never going to talk to
glad.
anyone ever
I'm
again.
so glad to see you. I had hoped that we would find everyone together. Do you know where they took the Dinger? Did they take it there to the forge? I assume
Yeah, don't
that's
worry.
the forge.
Yes, yeah. I've been doing a lot of canvassing of the area, and I know for sure
Canvassing?
that there is an
You've been knocking
arcane
on a lot of
forge.
doors.
No, I did not, but I did find the doors. There, don't worry. I
The
I
two
can lead
huge
you.
doors?
Yeah, I
Okay.
can lead you there. Did you see him? Did you already
You've been
find him?
doing more reconnaissance, less canvassing.
Well, I did some I knocked out a lot of caves.
You haven't been
Conducted a
advocating
census.
for a mayoral candidate. Yeah, you haven't been doing the census.
No, I have. I've been going from cave to cave, and I found nothing living out here. I can tell you that.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
far, 0.
It's a very odd ecosystem. Nothing, no plants growing or no critters rumbling.
Yeah, it's
Scary.
This isn't a natural place. It's created by the Arcane, presumably.
I think so.
Yeah,
Dara.
Forge. Do you want me to lead you there? No, you already found it. Never mind.
Maybe in the morning. Well,
I
or
mean, if you
after
know
they wake
anything, that would be helpful.
Yeah.
Moonboy will be so excited to see you.
I can't wait.
I-
Look at him snoozing away. You guys didn't even bring him a barrel? That's unkind.
It's been a long road. We didn't exactly get here in one piece as well either.
that
It's
is
okay.
the-
My accent changed in the time that we've been knowing each other, so
I wasn't
it's
going to
solid
say
either.
anything about
Yeah,
that.
I haven't seen
I
you in
wasn't
so
going to.
long. I can't even remember what my own voice sounded
I
like. to
get
me,
it.
but this is my.
Time is hard
I've
on
adopted
us all.
this.
You've
Yeah.
been-
yeah.
You talk a lot like Goliathan now. You've been spending a lot of time with him.
It's been so
He's
much
had a
time.
big
It's
impact
been so
on
much
you.
time with him.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Goliathan's over here. He's much more over here. Like, and he
Oh,
starts
see, that's
doing an
good.
impression
I can
of
see
Goliath.
how you would
I
pick it
mean-
up, though. Why it would infect you.
Right.
Now,
And then
see, now you're really
oh,
doing it.
oh man, goat is way over here. Yeah. So, no, you've been practicing them alone. And yeah, so Malzar's just here. Malzar's just here hanging out.
Crazy. It's how long have you been here? Do you know?
Oh,
Time doesn't appear to.
I think
Be our
20 to
friend.
30 years.
Wow.
And he like kind of like he like looks at the rocks and he says, "No, I'm sorry. I'm dazed. I'm so sorry." And he gets confused and like looks around and he's like, "No, absolutely not."
Okay.
I don't know. It's a little. The sun never goes down here or comes up. There's just light kind of behind the clouds at all times, and you keep wanting it to rise or fall, but it doesn't. And so you just gotta kind of listen to your body to fall asleep.
No wonder.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
You know,
Yeah, because you
Bodies
made
don't
your own
really
body
tell
and
us
you
to
don't have the
go
same
to sleep.
circadian rhythms. Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Kai
Basically.
made crepes with blints.
Blintzes.
Blinks.
It's like a
Oh
crepe.
my goodness.
Blints. Eat it, blints. Go to bed. Sorry to
Oops.
crash on your couch.
Yeah. Take some.
He
But
pulls out a
I'm
small
glad it was your
cigarette.
couch and not someone else's.
Actually, someone's about to take a watch, right?
Yeah, it is. In fact, you have to hand over the watch Click to Flute, who has had a long rest at this point. But it is his turn. Malzor's like, I'm so
hard
tired. I have
I'm
been walking
hard
with that
to wake."
armful of rocks that I called my new friends for so long. So I would love to sleep for a little bit.
I'll nudge Flute with my foot. It's your turn to watch.
It's a fine
Also-
line between nudge and kick.
Yeah.
It wasn't a kick. It was a nudge. It
You
wasn't
kicked him.
gentle.
That's called kicking.
It was a not gentle nudge.
Yes, that is called a kick. Or a gentle
Yeah,
kick would be a nudge.
No, an aggressive nudge is a kick. It was short of a kick.
It only moved me a few feet across
Right.
the cave floor and not all the way across the cave floor.
It's your watch.
Face. Oh, what?
Also, Malzor's here.
Who? Oh, right. Oh, right. Of course. From the Dinger? Does he know where everyone else is?
No.
Oh, yeah, we should have asked him that. Just kidding. No, he doesn't.
He's predictably useless. But
He's right
it's his
there.
cave, so we're safe.
Oh, no, he's asleep. Oh, he was awake.
Tootie! He kind of like is like he like rolls over and waves at you.
2D
He remembers you.
Fortuna.
Sorry.
Can it be
Mr.
2D
Obo.
Fortuna?
Mr. Obo, you've been a thing I've missed about being apart from you, besides the friendship of the Moonboy, is the Horn of the Gaunt. You know, the thing that you rescued for me in the cavern of the dwarves that I was researching, and the artifact that I was possessed for years and years and years by a ghost to try and hold on to, and you were bequeathed. Since we're back together, would you mind playing me a quick diddle on that?
Actually, that's blasting a cosmic horn while we're trying to hide from a bunch of. That's not a good idea.
No,
Right,
no,
it's
it's okay.
also
I'm
a,
sure he's been studying. I'm sure he's been studying it since he's had it for a long time now, and I'm sure he's been deeply studying it and caring about it and trying to figure out all the intricate tunes of it. So, because you don't just need to blast it, you can probably just play a sweet, soft song on it, and maybe it would do something else magically besides just blow a big toot.
Actually,
It doesn't just blow a big toot. It makes the planet come and talk to you.
It depends on how you play it, and I'm sure he's a bard, and he's had this musical instrument for a
Are you
long time. So
crying?
I just am excited because I've invested so much in my life to get this horn, and it landed in the perfect person's hands for it to be appreciated and discovered. So I was just wondering if you could show me the mastery that you have accomplished with it.
Yeah, go ahead and play him a tune, Tootie.
Turns out I actually had to trade the horn away to rejoin my friends here. It was part
What?
of the deal. I had to trade it.
What do you mean? Like you played the person a song on it, and they were so grateful for hearing that unique piece of history that.
No, I mean I gave it to them in exchange for them telling me how to rejoin my friends.
Well, just so I can be clear before I go to sleep.
Sorry.
You all, I gave my life finding an ancient tomb and studying the history of the Honeymoss Dwarfs, and you all stumbled upon it and found the horn, and then I trusted you with it and gave it to you to explore and discover the deep powers of, and I just happened to run into you all this time later, and now the horn's gone. Is that correct? Because of a decision you made, because you left the group and then you needed to come back to him, and so you traded that horn away. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, well, I think I'll sing myself to sleep then.
I'm sorry, I
Rolls
think
up
you
really
left
quick.
out a part in that story where we saved you from being possessed by a ghost for millennia.
No, I included that part.
No, I don't think you did, Malzor. I think you left that part right out and skipped right to the part where Flute was forced to barter away your horn to return to his friends so that
Not
we
my
could come
horn.
and find you again.
He's like, you're right. He's like, don't worry, I'm deeply thankful for you, Kai. And for you, Klik, and for the sleeping Moonboy. Because none of you all got rid of a horn. And you did save me. So
I can't tell if this is Harlan, the DM, who's furious that I traded away their amazing homebrew item to an NPC in an off-camera transaction, or if this is Malazar.
Maybe it's both. Maybe it's all.
Yeah, can it be both?
I loved the keening horn of the Gone. I would have kept it if I had the attunement slot for it. It was taking up space.
I wonder
It's
who
not
requested
my fault
it.
you got a staff of power. So, anyway, Malzahor.
Wait,
Malzahor
did you like offer that one up? Were they like, I need a magic item, and you were like, here, I have the keening horn of the Gonling Da, or they're like, I want the keening horn of the Gonling Da?
They were.
I can't tell you
they-
why that makes a difference, but it makes a difference.
Oh, it's because did I ask for it, or did Andrew
Yeah, that's
offer
what
it
I
up?
want to know.
I
the
offered
answer
it
is
up.
Andrew immediately offered it, and the NPC took it with glee in their eyes so happily that Andrew should have been suspicious, but he was not.
Interesting.
So,
Very interesting.
Yes, I immediately regretted it based on how excited the NPC was to get their hands on it.
Yeah, that
it
was
is
like
it
a
is a
crazy-
very like you know how sometimes like you don't need validation, you just need to be seen. It was a very important moment to me and Andrew and I's friendship that when in character the NPC was immediately happy and made no negotiations that Andrew was full of fear. So also Jason is playing the horn the Gone theme right now.
Oh,
If you go back and listen to that episode, he
No
is playing it
way.
right now. Yeah, he
That's
just
insane.
yeah. Listen to
Wow.
it.
But again,
Anyway.
Jason Wardell.
Cut.
Jason Wardell, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, subscribe
So,
to this
yeah,
one right now,
I'm-
and we can give
Yeah.
Jason his.
I'm sorry I
money.
was sharp. I'm sorry I was sharp with you, Malzor. I've
Yeah, I'll just kind of like stand there and
He
stare
starts
at
making-
Malzor in the darkness, like.
He starts making
been-
fake snoring sounds.
It was taking up space in my bag. I'm sorry, Malzor. If you want to go to Firmaregna, you can find it in Wilhelmina's shop. Okay. I'll
It's
go
like
to the
not
cave
actual snoring
entrance
noises.
and
He is imitating snoring noises.
post up on the side of
We'll
it.
get
just
it back,
stare.
Malzor. Huh? We'll get it back. Arub's back. You want us to do a one shot? Get it back? Huh? Little one shot, Malzor? A nice little. How about it?
Yeah, I'm
Does
gonna
that
have that
sound good? A
NPC
nice
throw it
one
down a
shot?
well now. It's gonna be amazing.
Cool. So
I
I'm on
didn't
watch.
start
the
the session
cave
like
entrance.
vindictive and angry about this, but now I am. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So I'll be at the cave entrance, posted up, looking out.
Yeah, and you just you look around, you see Klik staring at you as you are staring out at the cave entrance.
Yeah.
I had to give it away.
Huh? Like you had to give all your friends away. That's fine. Whatever you gotta do.
Now, you hear Malzor snoring, and he just puts his hand up and high fives you real quick without waking up. Yeah.
Tiny five.
So yeah, you stare out into the abyss, and in case you had the ability to put up the Jeff Tice art is amazing, but you just kind of like stare off into the distance here, as you can't quite tell how you know it, but it feels like morning to you, and you because nothing has there's no light coming up. There's just the clouds moving out of the way, and you see the Azure Forge in front of you with these clouds floating around in the background, this mountainscape that feels very far away, and just this stacked layered building in front of you with these two huge doors. And as you have rested here, and you, Flute, have taken a long rest and have no problem, as everyone else takes the time they need to recharge. And in this, you look over at your staff, this like wooden piece that is seems to like a clawed hand around this mysterious swirling blue orb, and it seems to be recharged with energy as well as your staff of power. Even though you're on a different plane of existence that doesn't quite have days, it seems to attune to your version of what dawn is, which is me being nice as a DM, but also means that if you don't sleep on this dimension, it won't recharge. So there you go.
You better go to bed.
See, our
Or your
no
staff of
staff of
power.
power recharges. But please. Cool. Yeah, I'll kind of watch as it glows a bit and look back at Malzor like I'm gonna get rid of the staff of power and keep the horn.
That would be crazy.
Of course. Cool. And so we can call it the morning, and the Moonboy wakes up first.
Barrel. Oh, we're still here.
Good morning,
I was
Moonboy.
dreaming
Hey, buddy.
I dreamed I was in the most beautiful barrel. Hey, Malzo. And you were all in there. And we had the most wonderful night of sleep. And Malzo!
Hey, so, oh, sorry. I'll get your tea
man.
ready. I'm getting your
You
tea
weren't
ready,
in-
he says.
You weren't in the barrel dream.
Oh, do you want me to leave?
No, get in here, you nut. Give me a big, crazy hug, man.
He like runs over and just like their tiny little bodies smash together.
Malzo, you
They
smell
hug.
like weed.
Yeah, I've got a couple weeds in my pocket. He pulls out like a few
I
different
know
like
you
plant
do. No,
clippings
what did
out
we-
of his
What did we
pockets.
talk about? You emptying your pockets? It's never
yeah, you're right.
anything good in there.
Yeah, not unless I'm required to.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time that you emptied your pockets and there was a living bird?
Yeah, Charlie. He's doing great. He's still on
weird.
the ship. He didn't fall off. I fell off.
Better
too.
than the time after that when he emptied his pockets.
And there was a dead bird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
An
Charlie.
unliving bird.
That was
This
Charlie
is
2.
strange.
Charlie 2
It's
didn't make
kind
it.
of-
Charlie 1's doing
That-
fine. Charlie 2
They are the same bird, I keep trying to tell you. It's
Nah.
not. It
don't
doesn't
think
become a
that's true.
different bird after it dies. Same
We'll
birds,
see. We'll see on the
but
dinger.
dead.
We'll see. You go back on the dinger and you find the dinger and you'll see Charlie Bird.
Yes, me.
You won't see
and
Charlie Bird
Malzo
too because I buried it in the roots.
were
Very good. I'll
buried
send that
him,
straight to the
and
top
we're-
of my list of
and we're-
reasons to find the
we-
dinger.
We buried Charlie 2, and we're going to grow a Charlie 2 tree.
Charlie 2 tree.
Right. That guy sells weed.
We should move. If anyone
Now,
has
hang
anything
on.
they need to
We've
do.
got some more riffing to do, me and Malzo.
Yeah, no.
They riff off in a corner.
Sorry. No, you're right. You're right. We riffed a bunch while you were asleep. I'm sorry.
You just see them like eating different plants, like that Malzor's pulling out of his pocket one at a time, and they're just like eating them one at a time and tasting.
may-
Sometimes you see him spit them out.
And maybe a bird. One of them was a bird that they were eating.
Oh yeah, yeah. Make sure we're all muted on. Okay, we're back. Let's go.
Whoa.
Okay, cool. Sorry, thanks for hanging with us. That was
Hello.
weird and
Nothing
wild.
happened.
Here we
was
go. Isn't it cool that we have a technical difficulties image now? That's awesome. I think that's what we should all take away from
Tell
this.
me, Malzor, did that last herb we ate make you blink out of existence for a few?
I just saw you climbing up a ladder for like 20 minutes.
That was crazy. I saw that as well.
You sound all quiet and far away now, Moonboy. Are you all right?
I don't know. Maybe my
Moonboy,
Some
microphone
kind of crazy
changed.
plant while we... What happened? Wow.
Moonboy, I got a question for you. Now that it's just me and you together
How's
and I'm with
that?
someone who I can trust, does my voice sound different?
Yes, you sounded a bit like Goliathan. Perhaps when
Damn
you fell. Perhaps when you fell out of the ship, your voice and
Yeah.
his got all cross-streamed dimensionally. Did you put his hat on for a moment? I've heard that people can transfer accents through wearing hats.
No, I've heard that too, but no, I think it's just like one of those things where if like you because you weren't around
Right.
and I was hanging out with Goliathan mostly for like just a few hours before I fell off the ship, and while we were hostage by the Arcane, I think I just like latched onto that accent. I couldn't stop.
Well, I've got to tell you, I don't even remember what you
Is it
used
like-
to sound like.
damn it! I was gonna ask you to do it to me so I could maybe
I-
latch onto it.
I can't. Wait, was it like this? Wango, flango, write it down.
Wango, flango, write it down.
Nope,
I
that's
don't
me.
know.
I hear it now.
Yeah, now I'm just doing you. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go back to anyway. Well, okay.
Was
well,
it like
just
this? Hello
just-
there, pussy galore.
That could have been it.
no, you're speaking nonsensically again. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
thank you. I just needed that affirmation that.
You need a baseline, I get it.
Yeah,
You know what?
thank you.
Why don't I make breakfast for everybody?
Please.
And he
No, I already
rubs
had a
his
glance.
hands together,
I'm sorry, I already had blends.
and he rubs his hands together, and he blows upon them, and these luminous moon spores fall out across the ground in front of us. And once again, these strange lunasteran plants begin to grow from the ground, and Moonboy starts naming each of them and how they're all edible. And
This one tastes a bit like watercress, and
Yeah,
this one
it's
is a
Derek.
bit like celery, and yep, this
Patrick.
one's called Derek, and we call this
Brett.
one Melissa, and this eggplant-looking thing,
Tina.
that's
Yeah,
Tina.
like if you're giving them biological names and he's recognizing them with like very colloquial names. It's like,
And
oh, yeah.
I have cast Hero's Feast for everybody.
Okay, cool.
Ow.
And you, so yeah, this is a new thing. I don't know if you've seen this, Flute, but Moonboy can cast Heroes Feast now. Very broken spell.
It's dope as hell.
Fuck off to all the Marisha haters in the chat. She, in season 1 of Critical Role, she cast Pass Without Trace and Heroes Feast all the time, and you all can eat a whole ass.
I don't know what we're
And
talking
so, Flute, you see just like this growth of plants out of nowhere that are primarily mushrooms, and Malzor just goes immediately into it, and you can see Klik picking it up like it's nothing, like it's like it's no big deal. But you see K.A.I. and Aaron, I want to give you again like full agency of this, where you do receive the magical effects of this, but again you are your arcane construct that can't quite eat things. So as you are trying to figure out what's going on here, Flute, with this magic that Moonboy seems to have cast out of nowhere, and this group is eating, you see K.A.I. kind of like navigating this moment where he's still consuming the mushrooms in some way, and Klik just like they kind of taste like elf flesh, and
Yeah.
ravenously eating them. And but yeah, so
think it's
I'll
where,
leave you all
like-
to this moment, but this is happening.
K.A.I is there and not eating, but is still gaining sustenance. Like, Grandma's real old, and she's at Thanksgiving, and she can't really eat the Thanksgiving food, but she's still
enjoying the
Nachas
time.
from being with everybody, you know?
Hell yeah.
Perfect.
She gains sustenance on a
Absolutely
different level.
Exactly. She's just photosynthesizing
Feasting on friendship.
other people's joy and guilt.
Just emotionally
Don't
feasting.
mind me.
Yeah, I'll kind of abandon my post there at the mouth of the cave and eat as well, being pretty hungry myself after a whirlwind 24 hours.
Cool.
Here, eat these ones. They taste like chicken nuggets.
That
you
Mauser
love
will look at
nuggets,
you
but-
all and be like, all right, so how'd you all get in here and how were you getting out?
Well,
We got
we're
in.
not getting out right now.
What?
Yeah, we don't
should
know.
just leave.
We'll figure. Right now?
Yeah. I mean, we're all alive. We should just go.
We've quested for many days to find this place, Malzor. We can't leave right away.
Oh, and you've rescued me, the one who fell off the ship, and all the rest of them are inside of the forge, and I don't think we're getting in there.
Right. Well,
Yes.
Well, that's the plan.
We have to.
yes,
We have to get in there.
We'll get in
see.
there.
You don't have to come if you don't want to. You probably shouldn't. You should probably stay here.
Okay. I mean, it's
But
up to you. I'll go with you, but I can also just stay here and hold down the cave.
If Malzor doesn't come with us, who will smell like weed?
You will, Moonboy. You will.
Thank you, Kai.
Yeah, in
believe
the
it,
same way
yeah.
that Kai like tucks sandwiches in Moonboy's pocket from time to time, you just like look over and there's just some dirt and like roots sticking out of the edge of Moonboy's pocket, and Malzor looks over proud of himself like, yeah.
Everybody gets 15 HP on top of their HP, by the way.
Yeah, and that's stuff you can heal for that too. So remember, these are different than temporary hit points. Yeah. Malzor's
See,
like,
how
I
much?
think I'll come.
15?
15.
15, yes.
Oh.
Also,
Doubles
Andrew,
Flute's hit points.
Yeah, I was like,
Flute, just for your records, you are cured of all disease and poison. You are immune to being poisoned and being frightened, and you make all wisdom saving throws with advantage.
I do like the idea of
got it.
you,
Hold
just
up
for your
right
records, any disease or poison you might just have lingering around in their Flute.
Yeah, we don't know where
I've
you've
been.
been.
They're just gone. Yeah.
In the sewers.
These are yours. This is your vaccination for the morning.
Yeah.
Just give them all the shots. I don't know.
It's first thing in the morning.
The heroes,
Mel-
penicillin.
Malzor, did you
Heroes.
see them?
Heroes yeast.
Did you say heroes Passover?
Penicillin.
I'm not always
yeah.
talking about Passover, Andrew.
I thought you said
Despite looking more Jewish than ever, I don't only talk about Passover.
I misheard. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll ask Malzor in between bites of mushrooms. Did you see where they took the dinner? Into that building?
Yeah, they flew at the big two open gates, which are not open anymore.
Did they ever open the
No.
gates?
And I don't know. I've stayed pretty clear of the Azure Forge.
Did
I
they
can
ever
hear
come
it.
out here into the valley?
No.
Do you ever
Seems
notice
to be
any?
more of a field of defense. You know, just a big open plain, obscured when they want it to be.
Do you know any maybe way we could get close without being seen?
No. I rolled for that just to.
Have you
Are
seen
you-
anything?
are you
have seen
fibbing?
any magic?
Oh yeah, I think this whole place is magic. He says, in fact, I think
guess
that
that was a stupid
inside of the
question.
Azure Forge, it's not going to quite seem like it looks on the outside.
Have you?
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
my tip.
Pretty
to
good
you.
hint, Malzor.
Yeah, yeah.
How would you even know that, Malzor?
Sorry, Andrew the Dwarf. I RP'd in our last weekend session is bleeding over into me RPing Malzor right now because I had such a fun time playing a dumb dwarf.
Gar sour large arms.
Large arm.
Large arms.
Join our Patreon and you can know what we're talking about.
Oh, it was a very fun game.
I could.
Have you seen anything outside of the Azure Forge? Any other life forms, or is it just you?
It's just me. There's nothing living out here. I think that's the thing to note. It's wild out here. And wild is like it seems to be. Those pillars over there keep puffing out clouds, and it's like there's no ecosystem out here. There's no water. I've just been surviving off of trying to drink the clouds, and weirdly it's worked. But
That's
it.
probably not great. We should examine you.
I mean,
Oh, he's had the hero's feast. He's good.
You've been drinking illusion clouds.
I'll look at K.A.I and be like, maybe those pillars connect with something underground. If they pump out the clouds, maybe they lead to the forge underground.
Well, they almost certainly connect with something, but whether it's something that we could pass through, that being destroyed, whether I couldn't tell you. If we can get close to one, I could examine one, perhaps learn something about the system. I don't know what I could tell from the outside, but I could give it a try. Or we could do find a way to do some kind of recon or canvassing.
It seems like we're safe here. They never found Malzor, and he's been wandering around out here.
don't worry, I knocked out a lot of caves.
Attaboy.
Hearts and minds.
I could,
Well, if he hasn't
could
seen anyone out here, then we're
brains and
probably safe
spines.
out here, but how are we going to get into the forge?
I could obscure our approach with my moon magics.
We could make a
Yes.
distraction to get them to open the
Yes.
gates and come out and investigate, and then
Inspect
we
it.
could go and
That's a good idea.
sneak in.
Tell them we're here and we want to parlay. We could just knock on the front door.
They'd probably open the doors for us.
I bet they would. But maybe we should explore our options first.
I could.
What do we have to trade? If they have the dinger, do we have anything that they're going
Got
to
Malzor.
want?
You can
Just give
trade me.
Malzar.
Hey,
No,
Oh.
you can trade me. I understand.
That's nice. I was joking.
He's my
Worthless. He
dad or
doesn't even have the
Don't
key
worry,
to the
buddy.
gun anymore.
You're sweet, but you're utterly worthless. From a negotiation standpoint only.
that's not true. Look, he can do this. Malzor, do a cartwheel.
Nope.
It's face down.
He's learning.
That's
See?
honestly the
He's
closest
learning to
he's
do a
ever got.
cartwheel.
So I'm a bit out of practice, Moonboy, since I've been just living in this other dimension by myself.
I get
Yeah, I don't imagine you have much physical strength right now living off of cloud juice.
Yeah, you haven't eaten
You don't
any
look
meat
great.
since you in a month.
I sort of
He didn't
like
look great
the
to start
idea
with.
of
Based on the
inspecting-
time you've described here, I think you've been sleeping most of the time.
That's true. I've learned to lower my metabolism to survive.
And your heart rate. It's not good.
I like the
Alright,
idea
no.
of checking
My heart
out
is
the
open.
cloud-
It's just slow.
And
He's gone.
they're gone.
They're gone.
Sorry, I had to let
What's
my
that,
dog out.
Moonboy?
I like the idea of checking out the cloud spire thingies. Seems like a weakness that perhaps they hadn't
It's a good idea.
considered.
I mean,
How far away is the actual building itself, the forge?
Less than a mile.
Less than a mile. Well, we're going to have to probably get closer than this, but should we check out one of the spires? They might already know we're here.
Very
That's
well
true.
could.
I can't imagine a lot of people come and go from this plane.
Although, who knows? This is a new doorway, so maybe not.
I could ask the
Well.
moon.
Perhaps I would wager that either they know we're here, or we have the element of surprise, and I gather that that would be pretty difficult to get here. If that makes sense, right? I mean, this
Either
is not
way,
an easy place to find.
And you don't build another plane of existence just for people to waltz up into it.
That's right. Thank you, Malzor.
That's
it's
true.
possible they just don't even have guards. Because who would find a hidden plane?
That's
We can hope. I wouldn't
can't count
Plan
on
on
it,
it.
but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine. Let's just go. Let's all bake something to bring.
You're gonna have to bake 4 things, I think. And
I'll
we'll
bake
all
4
carry a
things.
separate one.
That was already the plan. Don't worry. You can all bake something, but I wouldn't let you bring it.
You should bake 5 things. I'll probably ruin one.
I bake 10 things.
Nice.
Do you?
No, I ruined 6.
So, what is the plan? As we are about to cut a break, and I just want to know if you all want to investigate. You want to spend time investigating the spires, or if you want to just go knock on the door, or if there's another.
Let's check out a spire
Virtue.
first, right?
I think a stealthy information gathering mission
let's
is
do
the
a little,
plan.
do a little recon.
Sure, let's have Kai do an Arcana check, and Klik if you want to do a stealth check to do to kind of like venture out. If you're comfortable with this, you can change this, but like venture out on your own and just do a little bit of like beat booping around.
Beep booping.
Beep boop about.
I guess it's whoosh whooshing with you. Wish whooshing.
I guess I would chameleon carapace. So it's a 19.
Dirty 20.
Okay, cool. Just to do these moments quickly before we cut to break 2. Klik, you move around the. Well, I'm gonna do Kai's first. Kai, you move over to one of these columns that are creating these clouds, and you can feel a magical energy from them. Don't even need to roll for it. In addition, you just get like, okay, cool. But you can feel a bottom to them as well, as if they are connected to a pool beneath you. You can kind of, it's like breathing recycled air on an airplane, where you're just like, there's nothing that is harmful to you, but you just notice the staleness after a while, and you just get that little bit of itch as you investigate them, as if it's recycling the material that is here. And it's very clear that these are created specifically for this purpose and are not like feeding any environment. They're not for anything here, and they're not connected to the Azure Forge. They're not the system. They are a contained system that is just nice case. It's a contained system that is just creating the atmosphere around it, and you can feel just like the pump of energy from a pool below that is being siphoned in and blasted out. And then
Gotcha.
Klik, if you have follow-up questions, you can, but Klik, as you kind of slink about this land as well, you almost get lost for a second, and it's odd to you because you feel very on top of the terrain as you were just going slowly and carefully and blending into things, and you realize that a lot of this terrain is just repeated, kind of like stamped versions of different parts of it.
We're in Minecraft.
Yeah.
I mean,
Kinda.
And in that disorientation too, you realize that you are closer to the Azure Forge than you meant to be. You're like, you almost like run into one of the walls for a second on the western side, maybe, just like as you approach this, like the left side, and nothing happens, nothing changes, and you kind of have that adrenaline rush of like, oh fuck, I'm alone for a second, but nothing happens, and you're like, ooh, that's the fact that there are no outer wall defenses, there's no like guards that you can see, or, there's no like anything being triggered as you're out here is worrisome to you, but you aren't even necessarily sure why. It's more just like you accidentally getting too close isn't a problem, so that's what you get from it. And I think with that information, I kind of want to follow up again, like if you all have anything you want to do.
I'll ask Kai, could you, if we wanted to, could you sabotage one of these reactors and maybe they'd come out to investigate? We could have our chat on our terms out here instead of in there.
I could certainly sabotage one of them. I could try. I'm sure that I could make one not work anymore. I question whether that would be to our advantage, though.
it would get him to open the gates, certainly.
But it might
But,
make
I
them
mean-
incredibly pissed off.
I feel like there are other ways to announce our presence and talk to them other than sabotaging a thing.
That's right. We could use the Horn of God.
The horn of the ring ding dong.
If we get a chance, I could see if I could go back and I don't know.
It,
maybe
I didn't mean
trade
it. I
something
just
else.
Let's
I
go.
forgot. It's
Well,
fine.
yeah.
Maybe, Flute, you mentioned something about a distraction. Is there any? Maybe you could cook up
What if we just
an illusion, and that might draw their attention. Some
what if
sort
we
of
did a quick flyover or something? Do we have a way that we could just get a better feel for what we're looking at? If there's another way inside, or I don't know.
That's
Before we start sabotaging or
you could
I don't
send
I could send Bessner.
Bessner.
We would have to get closer when we send Bessner.
They clearly
I
want
mean,
the
I
ship.
nearly
They
ran into the
stole
damn
it.
thing and nobody said anything, so it doesn't
I
seem
mean,
like
we should,
anybody's
maybe
really
we
looking.
should just go inside and. I mean, if they attack us, they attack us, but. I mean, we're here looking for the dinger. Why don't we tell them? I mean, are we going to break in and
They had to
steal
land
the dinger?
the dinger somewhere. There's no way the dinger's inside, right?
Oh,
Malazor
I
is.
wouldn't
He
say
said
that.
They opened the gates.
I imagine the dinger is. I imagine inside is exactly where it is.
And they stole it, and we don't have anything to trade them for it, so
We have plenty
can't
to
really
trade.
strike a deal.
You can trade me.
I mean,
We can try. I mean, you.
we could trade them their
Malazor,
lives.
go back to the cave.
It's weird.
Flute, you could. I mean, you could make a deal with anyone. Come now, I've seen you. I've seen you in action. I'm sure we could. At least
We could trade
bide
Flute for
ourselves
the
some
dinger.
time. What do you think, Flute?
No, we're still
He's got a very
brainstorming.
special eye.
We're, I
if I'm
gave the eye
worthless.
to the breeze
eye?
traveler.
Worth
An eye
nothing.
for an eye for an IOU.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys swapped eyes.
Yeah, I gave him.
Do you want to send Bessner to the front door?
At no point did I say the front door.
the front, the right
ring
of
the
the
But thank you. But thank you for your
within
suggestion,
30 feet?
Harlan.
Or is it going within 30 feet of the front door?
Are you gonna touch it with your
Your bare
with your
hands?
hand?
Yeah.
Are you? You gonna wear a raincoat? Well,
I want a decision on how you all are approaching before we cut to break. Otherwise, we're
I'll-
never.
I would
not
like
deciding.
if we can move a little bit closer and use a
Closer and use
Bessner.
Bessner.
You move a closer and use a Besser. Then I would like ner. Good
Yeah,
night.
just get a.
Good night, and go fuck yourself. Bye.
Drink, pee,
what's
and
the
go
plan?
fuck
What's
yourself.
what's the approach plan?
We're gonna have Bessner take a look, if that's
Yeah,
okay with everyone else, before we do
Sneaky
something
time,
else.
get closer,
that's a good
and
idea.
Bessner spies.
Absolutely. You can choose between a investigation check or a stealth check.
Between stealth or investigation.
For Bessner.
I will give Bessner one of my D6s for this roll.
Okay. Let's go with stealth for Bessner. That's what they're better at.
Or actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Guidance.
So what? A D4.
A D4 for Bessner.
Okay. With guidance, with a 4 on guidance, that brings it to a dirty 20.
Cool. As Bessner approaches, and like flitters around this building for a while, and kind of goes around, looks in some of the windows that are built into it and around it, and all of the windows seem to, if you look through Bessner's eyes while this is happening, the windows look like the exact shape of the door, the big front doors. They just seem to be smaller versions, and as she tries to look through, all she sees is these doors in the windows. And she floats around like to the different levels of it and looks for like lights or any sort of like entrance. And the only thing she finds is replicas of these doors. And as she's beginning to float away, the large, big doors at the front open and just like crack and and all of the windows open simultaneously with it. And every like opening that you can possibly see around the building seems to open. And there is a gleaming light coming from them. And you can hear echoing out a voice that says, "Welcome, crew of the Dinger." And I got a 22 on my perception check against Besner's dirty 20. So with that, we're going to cut to break here. And
Okay.
we'll see you.
Everything's fine.
Hello.
We'll see you in 5 minutes. We're going to take a break halfway through the session here. We're going to drink. We're going to pee. And we'll see you in just 5 minutes on the other side.
We're gonna drink pee.
Drink it.
Pocket.
Kids loved it. The 90s
Welcome
toy
to the
everyone
toilet
wants.
dimension.
Poop pocket.
Poop pocket.
Oh my gosh. The amount of like mental labor we have done in this campaign to decide where poop goes is like not small.
Don't say we.
You're right. Andrew and I. You're right. Andrew and I.
And the
I think
answer
we're back.
was Poop Pocket.
Easy.
We decided
Pocket.
on
Poop
Pocket
pocket.
Dimension. What are you
Poop
gonna
pocket.
pick? Poop Pocket.
Oh man. Oh man.
Don't pick your Poop Pocket.
I still want that. What's that very good drawing dude's name, Andrew, that we interviewed for the dungeon?
Me, baby.
No.
Drawing dude.
Very good. Who's that very good?
Who
drawing
does
dude?
the like the very tricky traps?
Oh,
From your occupied heads?
yeah, Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas.
Yeah. I still
Yeah.
want to like commission a drawing of a toilet that leads to a bag of devouring. You know, that's just like at the
Oh,
bottom
yeah.
of it. Anyway.
They'll do
Sorry.
it. Commission it. Hundreds of dollars well spent.
Yeah.
No, you quit your job this week. Okay, so as you all, as these big doors open in front of you, there is a bright gleaming light, and you can't see past it. You wait for your eyes to adjust, and they don't. And you are all just kind of standing on the edge of this these like large open doors, with just this misty gleaming light.
Fuck. Sorry. They saw. They see.
See
Hi.
what?
But they know we're here. I mean, as you can tell.
I thought, maybe that just...
Sorry. I mean,
Okay, well, let's go get the
They
dinger.
don't know what we're
Let's do
capable
it.
of. This place is surrounded by snipers.
I highly doubt it.
I think he was talking
Yeah.
to them.
Oh,
Yeah, he was
Oh,
making
yes.
an empty threat.
Click.
But that was the
Immediately.
I
perfect
see.
response.
yes! All of our sniper friends.
Oh God.
They have their eyes on your
Stop
light.
Stop winking.
They're not our friends. They're our employees, and we manage them very strictly.
I've never been paid, says Malzor as he's standing right
Malzor.
Malzor, go back to the cave.
Do I not have to
No,
I'm
wait.
not going in
No,
with
no,
you?
stay.
No,
stay
you're gonna
here.
get turned into slime, man.
No, he's good. He's all. He loves.
No, I
slime.
don't want. Well, he's here now, so wouldn't be safe for him to leave.
Oh.
Fuck.
Yes or no? I need a definitive answer, he says. Take a vote.
You stay
Yes,
with
go
us.
back to the cave. No, send it back.
You want
It's 2-1. Click.
I don't know. Are you gonna die if you go in there?
I might.
Probably.
Then
Just go
don't.
back.
Okay. Well, that's 3-1, and he just like walks away from you very briskly. I'll hold down the cave, he says.
He's a powerful wizard. What are you doing?
Is he?
That is.
I
is
don't
he?
know.
not.
I
Oh, is
barely
he a
remember
powerful
what it sounds
wizard?
like.
I
See a
mean, maybe in the
powerful-
greenhouse of the ship with you, but
He's not a powerful wizard. He just is high.
That's
You always,
What do you
always
think a
get
wizard
taken
is?
in by that. It's not just a guy who's high. It's a guy who's high
Goodness.
and knows magic.
now
Usually.
he's gone, and we're all alone.
I really love this.
Except for the
I just-
snipers.
I just imagine this too as like this huge gleaming door of light is in front of you, and there are all these like colorful clouds that Malzor just walks into, and you all are debating whether or not he was a powerful wizard.
I don't think he was. I don't think he
don't
ever
think-
mentioned that.
Hello, hello. We, hello. May we come in?
Nice, very commanding.
Thank you.
You hear no voice in response, but the doors remain open.
I'm going to draw my sword as my remaining eye turns black and my belt buckle flips around, sping, to the Windrider side, and I'll start walking towards the doors, and I'll turn, kind of look back and be like,
Well, let's go get our friends back.
Let's do it.
Cool. Who is walking through the door first? Because forever and always, I will make you go through portals
I will.
in order.
I will.
Cool. K.A.I just steps into the
Yeah,
white
I will
light.
put my visor down and go in.
ooh, that
Cool.
music.
Who's next?
Crushing it.
I'll
As
go
you see-
next because I was definitely making a show of going first, and then expertly, over a lifetime of practice, I managed to slow my pace so that Kai went through first. But yeah, then I'll go through right after him.
Cool.
I will follow Flute for sure.
Great. Moonboy, you're through last? Continuing
Yeah.
through? All right,
Let's
cool.
go
As you
back to
all
the
walk through the
Malzor
light,
cave to get high.
again, there will be a day that matters. It does not matter today. As you all step through this bright white light, and as your vision adjusts, you all can see what you see on the Roll20 map here. You see a large cavern. It is huge to you, as what registers in your brain. It registers in your brain as a cavern at first, and then you can see the very finely crafted archways that is holding up a stone ceiling in a way that is not just a cavernous stone, but seems to be like each slab of stone was laid by each of these bracers that go throughout, arching up the ceiling here. And as you step through this doorway, you can see you are coming through one archway, one tunnel, and across from you you see 4 long tunnels that go into darkness all the way across. You see to your right and to your left 2 glowing tunnels that seem to have the same technicolor color that you were experiencing as you all walked through these like lit entryways. And to your right, you notice this big golden doorway with 2 statues on the right with their arms straight up and leaning behind them and their heads pushed forward. To the left is another identical door, and with 2 statues, and both of them are tucked into a circle with their knees tucked up and seemingly a little bit farther back than the other 2 statues. And the only other thing you notice in this room are pillars all the way across each side. There are 7 pillars on the western side of the room, 7 pillars on the eastern side of the room, and right next to the middle pillar on the western side of the room is a portal bigger than you've ever seen. You know that you could fly a ship through this portal. That is this blue and green swirling image that seems to have a platform in front of it. In each of it would maybe remind you all of in real life of like a train station almost, because you could fly a ship through the space that you just walked through, and there are 7 more of these spaces in the
Amazing.
room. And if anyone would like to do a perception check as you all walk through, I assume
Yes, please.
a couple of you would like to.
Yeah.
Yes,
I'd like
please.
to.
And it's yeah.
What'd you get, Aaron?
Natural 20.
Cool.
So,
Good, I got an 8.
so not great. 22.
Yeah, I got a 2.
I also got a 22.
Cool. Klik and Flute, you are a little disoriented, kind of letting your eyes adjust here, and K.A.I and Moonboy, you have no problem. Both of you lock eyes immediately with each other because you notice the same figure standing in the middle of the room, and he looks familiar to you. You saw him before in your boss fight in Jadorian. You see this large, broad-shouldered, 8-9 foot tall being known as an Arcane that is seemingly just standing in the middle of this room almost perfectly between 2 of the middle pillars on the west and eastern side of the room. And he just has his head down, is wearing these like crimson robes. You can see the gold nose ring with a little chain coming from it that seems to just slink over his shoulder, his bald head, and there is just a little bit of a glow to his body as well. An actual lighting glow. Yeah. Not a glow to his skin, but
He's
like
pregnant.
he's been doing good skincare routines, but is actually physically glowing. Yeah. In an arcane sense. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is a nice place. It's a little bit Ayn Rand, though, isn't it?
That beholder is a very
Fountainhead.
kind one.
Can I see him now that K.A.I is talking to him?
Yeah, yeah.
We're
But
looking for
to be fair-
our ship.
K.A.I has to very specifically point him out to you.
Oh. And is this because of magic, or is he just fits in with the room, or?
No, it's because you are a weak human and your eyes took a long time to adjust to the light.
It's a big room.
Love it. Right, that's a big room. I guess I just missed him the first time. We're looking for a ship, the Dinger. Golden, can't miss it.
I don't know where the Dinger is anymore. And when he says this, and he does not lift his head up, he is looking down. His head is he is standing upright, but his head is looking down at the floor. He does not look up at you. But when you say this, he says this, and his voice seems to just echo, like he's in a church.
Does he seem to be telling the truth?
You can roll an insight check, absolutely.
I'm
17?
gonna
You absolutely have no clue.
I'm going to hover sort of into the room towards this guy, while just
Sure.
looking around while we're all talking to each other.
You have the Roll20 map here. It is from now, since you have entered the Azure Forge forever, it is important that you move your token along the path that you think your character would walk. You don't need to move it square by square, but just noting kind of I will move there. Can you...
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm hovering into the center of the room, up in the air.
Sure.
Kind of
Absolutely.
feeling
Can
the
you-
expanse.
Can you
And I
roll a
did
wisdom
move.
saving throw, please?
Oh, yes, I can.
advantage?
Advantage. Are these pillars that are out in the room?
Yep.
Cool.
They go all the way up the ceiling, which is 30 feet tall.
Okay, with advantage. That's a 15.
Cool. Can you also roll a d20? then?
Hang on. Oh, well, no, I guess now I know if I failed or succeeded. Is it too late to use a flash of genius?
Go for it, Aaron.
I'm gonna use a flash of genius.
Sure. Klik and Flute, I need you both to also roll a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. With
I don't know. That
advantage.
might not be high enough still, but I'm gonna try. We'll make it a
What'd you get? 20? Yeah. You feel electricity course through your body, and as you kind of like think about what electricity is, you are able to move through it no problem.
20.
Great. With the 20 flute, you are staying right where you are. Klik, what'd you get?
12.
Cool. Can you roll a d20?
Yeah. 5.
Cool. I'm gonna move your token then here. As you take 8 points of damage, and you get teleported to right there in this pillar. K.A.I, you also take 2 points of lightning damage, even though you succeeded.
Okay.
As you all, but what happens here too is like you all are speaking and you all begin to tactically move about the room, as this is not a new scenario for you, being alone with a villain in a place. And as you all are talking, you're moving throughout the room. K.A.I, you cross between two of these pillars, and you feel this like static charge, and you expand your arcane energy, and you stay where you are, but you can feel a little bit of your energy just like dissipate as the lightning hits you. Flute, you move close to one of these pillars, and you can feel this just like static energy coming off of it, but nothing happens. And you look over to Klik, who just gets boofed to a completely different position in this room.
Does she get physically
I didn't do
moved,
that.
Or an actual teleport, like, disappears and reappears?
You see her disappear, and it's almost like she's moved throughout the room like lightning, just like a and then she is and there next to another pillar.
That's crazy. I'll kind of yell out, "Be careful, everyone!" And I'll give everyone bardic inspiration if I can.
Ooh.
It's a D10.
I love
It's a D10
bardic
now.
inspiration from Be Careful. That's
Be careful,
Yeah,
everyone.
I say it in a really
real
inspiring.
Say it all
School
chopped
special.
and screwed.
Yeah.
Just give him like a.
look out behind you.
Watch out!
And you hear. Thank you, Jason.
Just pull out an air horn.
Again, this arcane being in the middle of the room does not look up, and he says, "You are here for your friends, yes?
That's right.
To reclaim the crew of the Dinger."
And the ship.
And again, it's just like seems to be echoing up in the ceiling.
Where are they?
Oh, they are within my forge, and I will give them to you. You do not have to enter. You do not have to fight. I just want one of you. You know, I am a being that likes the center, the soul, the specifics. And, you know, Moonboy, you could give me a moon shard, which I could craft into many different things. Klik, if you were to submit to the Azure Forge, I could craft you into opening up all of Jadorian again, and that would be wonderful, as you all have thwarted my plans there once. And K.A.I, you would power any engine that I needed to build. So I will take any of you, and you can have your whole crew back, except for you, Flute. You are worthless, and I see you as nothing but a problem. So,
I'll kind of wipe my brow.
again,
Don't listen to him again. You're the Windrider.
just
Why
the
would we
whole
make-
time, this being is like standing there with his head down, just like fully slunched down, not looking at any of you.
Counter offer. You bring us our friends, and we leave, and you stay alive.
Oh, I'm a businessman. I'm not worried about life.
terrible way to go about business. But, all right.
But it does track though.
Yeah, and actually, that model tends to be really successful, Flute.
That's true.
I hate to break it to you, but
Yeah. I mean,
that's
other
good. That's
life
good
makes
business.
sense, but
If I may, when this is all happening,
Sure. You may.
the Moonboy is going to see this lot getting zapped by approaching these pillars, and he's going to stay from right where he is, and he kind of waves his hand over one of them and casts Dispel Magic on the effect.
Sure. At what level?
Let's say level
What a,
4.
Music's top notch.
Harlan, you're so mean. Just extracting spell slots. Every time
Look.
someone says dispel magic, I can see them. Just like, and what level will you cast it at? Oh,
not
no,
mean.
that won't be
I've just
nearly
learned.
high enough.
I've just learned.
Hey, no way! I got that weird
you're
door
abs-
critter
That's true.
out of
That's true.
invisibility.
Yeah,
just
no,
kidding.
this is only coming from a place of desperation about being able to challenge you at all. So, okay, cool. Then I need you to roll, for your spell casting ability check. You make an ability check using your spell casting ability. So whatever your spell casting modifier is, you roll an ability check and you add your spell casting modifier to it.
Okay. It's just the modifier, right?
Yep.
9.
As you cast the spell, and the spell goes off, and it hits the pillar, and the spell just seems to dissipate. So you do need to mark off that spell slot, but it has no effect.
Yeah.
Good try. That's a good thought.
It was a good thought.
we're not trading you any of us for our friends, so
Says
might
the
as well bring
worthless
them out.
one.
We're not trading you any of our friends.
Well, let me put it this way to you then. Are there any of you that value many of your friends more than you value yourself? Wouldn't it be a selfless, beautiful act for you to submit to not only saving your friends, but saving the world? Because that is
Wouldn't it
my
be
only
a selfless,
intention.
beautiful act for you to shut the fuck up? We're so tired of this.
Sure.
Sorry.
Why don't you make the
everyone.
selfless act and give us our friends?
I have.
If we're trading selfless acts.
My selfless act is that you all hate me, and that no one likes me, and that here I am saving the world, and
Is that what you're doing?
you are trying to defeat me.
Saving the world?
Yes, we
Which
saw
world
your
is that?
handiwork on Jadorian, turning
Yeah,
corpses into monsters.
exactly. You're right. I argue against that zero amount. I have been paid by the Meridian Tract to save the world, and you all are here thwarting us at every step. And so I will say I have a few options left to do my job, and I see 3 of them standing in front of me.
Madmen
Not
and
you,
tyrants
Flute.
always think they're trying to save the world.
Sure. Well, good luck getting into my forge. There are 2 doors for you. You may enter whichever way that you want. I will not stop you. And he gestures over to the portal behind him, and he says, "Don't go through that one. It's the worst one to go through."
Should we kill him?
I don't know if it would make a
I think
difference.
we could probably beat the answer
Make a
out of them.
difference to me.
Please. He looks at you, Kai, and says, "Please, Kai. Kill me. But I will warn you, you and I are the same. We have both created our bodies. for magic.
Word.
Word.
Just if we kill your body thing, then you're gonna be alive somewhere else, and
Become
so
more
waste your time
powerful
and
than I
energy.
could possibly imagine.
Yeah, because we
keep
met one of
happening.
those already and we turned him into jam.
Or maybe
Sure.
I am just standing here in front of you, and this is your best chance to kill me.
I'm
And
just a blue
forever.
giant standing in front of a robot, asking him to destroy him.
Maybe I'm just flexing on you right now. And this is your best opportunity to kill me, and forever. For each room you go through, you will regret it. But
let me
not
take a
killing me here, because I
copper.
will only get stronger as you move through.
Does anyone want to give me a reason why I shouldn't do
gonna
what this
take
guy is saying right now?
A copper out of my satchel and flip it towards him and just see if it bounces off or goes right through him.
Are you throwing it at him from where you are?
I'm just a boink, just with my thumb. Not
Oh.
even a throw, just a flip.
This is how annoying I'm going to be throughout all of the Azure Forge. Right now, you are standing 70 feet away from him, so you cannot flick it at him without moving closer to him. Flute, so you
Overhand
can either-
toss a
The
coin.
thumb of a loot player? You don't think I can flip a coin 70 feet? If you saw
Well,
it, no, I'm just kidding.
Here's what I want to know.
Um,
Here's what I want to know. Do you move closer to him to flick it at him, or do you just chuck it at him from where you are?
Well, after seeing what happened to my friends when they moved around, I'm not going to casually move around. Could I do if it's that far, could I do an overhand throw with the coin with like a dexterity throw?
Absolutely. I just wanted to make you decide. I just wanted to say you can't thumb flick a copper piece. You have to chuck it. That's all. That's all. That's all.
I'm
I'm
giving it
asking
a
here for.
proper chuck of the copper piece. It's a 12 altogether.
It hits him in the chest, and he's like, "What the hell?" And it just like hits his chest and bounces off and falls in front of
Yeah.
him.
Get a haircut.
Just checking off boxes.
I don't have any hair on my body.
Gross.
You chose
all.
that, huh?
Not,
I mean, I guess I don't either.
No, I'm following tradition.
Oh,
oh.
all right.
This is a Nair
That's
society.
that's a funny
huh?
thing to say. Ne'er do well.
I think we
Klik,
get him to tell us which door to go through.
Klik will pull out her Chatkcha and mark him with a hunter's mark and say, I offer no other alternatives. You tell us where our friends are, or we do what we have to do.
He's playing with
I'm
us.
telling you the truth. He says, not looking up, but putting his hands up in the air, like his head is still down, but he puts his hands up in the air. He says, I'm telling you the truth.
What's he looking
Both
at?
of
Can we
those
see?
doors. Oh, yeah, yeah. It is just the ground. You don't have to roll for
Just
it.
the
It is-
ground?
it is- yeah, yeah. But he puts his hands up and he says, both of those doors lead to your friends.
You wouldn't just give us back our friends, even if we didn't want the ship? You want them too? Or is this
No,
fun for you?
I only am holding them because they would draw you here. And three of the four of you are powerful enough to be quite the weapon for me, with my skills and my team. So, I will give you your whole team back. If one of you will agree to go with me, that isn't Flute, because he is worthless and a problem.
Devastating.
This is a terrible deal, and we shouldn't go through either one of these doors.
Sure. Go through the bad one.
The ship
I
portal?
think we could get a better answer out of him.
And it's also very clear to you that it's very clear to you that each of these large archways, like a ship could fly through, and they just kind of like lead to darkness, so you're not sure where they go. But there is one big glowing portal that is not one of these archways. It seems to just be like standing on its own. As you can see on the map here, it's just like standing on its own on the southern side of the room, and is active, is like leading to there's like this swirl of color, and he keeps looking. He's like, that's the bad one.
Can we read anything on the portal? Is there anything that's like? I mean, I probably shouldn't be making the Arcana checks, but
you are the closest
I
one.
since we
read
came
Arcane.
we came from the portal dimension. Is there anything to be gleaned from this big portal?
Sure. You. In fact, I will say, Klik, you are You are the closest one. So I will, and especially because of the random spot that you were teleported to, you are very close to it. You can do a perception check with advantage. K.A.I, you can do just a straight up Arcana check.
Okay.
You guys, the new dice are failing me. With advantage, I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you are flicking your eyes over, and you can just see this like large swirl. You're kind of getting flashbacks to how many portals you've gone through. You can't see much about it. You're having to kind of concentrate on too many things at once. Kai?
18.
It is not a Florial portal.
I'm not rolling well.
It's not a Florial
We are
portal,
gonna
so
go
it's
through-
arcane made. That makes sense.
Does-
If we do have to go through these doors, we shouldn't do it while he's alive.
I will tell you again. Good luck getting through my forge.
All right, creepy
If you want
jeans,
to-
playtime's over. And I'm going to cast Create Bonfire beneath his feet.
Sure. Go for it.
It is done.
I love
Yeah,
offensive
give us some
uses of
flavor
bonfire.
here.
Yeah. The Moonboy kind of points at him and then does a little flick and sort of makes a fist, and the earth beneath his feet, or the tile, cracks open, and jets of lunar energy begin to shoot out. And before you know it, a magic bonfire fills the 5-foot cube. Any creature in the bonfire space, when you cast the spell, must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. I'm gonna throw a little tiny little wall fire right on top there, just to get you.
Salt Bay it right on there.
Just to throw some fire. Oh no, maybe the animated spell tokens don't want me to do it this time because I have too many on there. Yeah. So you see the as you cast this, there's this like white glow of moonlight, and this you all see around you this fire pit of lunar flame underneath him, and he failed his dexterity saving throw. And takes that damage from Create Bonfire, which is a D8 if you want to roll that, Jorpo. And
D8.
and he steps
actually,
back and out of
it's 3d8.
Go for it. Yeah.
At this point.
Cantrip
so that
scale.
was
You'll love to
8
see it.
plus 5 plus 2. So 8 plus 7, 15 damage.
Yeah, you see him just like engulfed in this lunar flame for a moment, and you hear a cry out, this "Roar!" as you see him putting out his robes and bothered by it. But he steps out and puts it out, and he is clearly burnt from it, but is standing right next to it.
How'd you like that, dickhead?
I did not.
I didn't think so.
I didn't.
Right.
He's
Stings.
confused.
And
I'm
more,
confused.
there's
I've
more where
given
that
you
came
everything
from.
you asked for.
That was just
That's
a taste,
not
baby.
true.
That is not true. Give us the crew.
And the ship.
I'm a businessman. I am only asking for a fair deal. Something.
You're about to be
Stole
a
from us.
business.
We don't make deals with people who steal.
You're
Well,
about to be a
well,
I mean, we
business
do.
burger.
We do, but not this asshole.
Well done.
yeah.
Sure. He shrugs, like never looking up, and he just kind of turns around and he says,
Are you like depressed or something? What's your deal?
He's
Why are you so-
charming,
and then
us.
I think when you say that, he looks up and at you, Kai, and you see his blue glowing eyes. And he looks at you and he says, No. I just have no interest in caring about you all because you are useless to me.
Well.
I thought they were super useful to you.
Well, I mean, you won't give yourselves over. And he again, like, only is, like, looking at K.A.I and only responding to K.A.I, and he's like, but you won't. And I know that if you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. And so I have been sitting here in my workshop doing everything I needed with the resources I have collected myself. And I am trying to save the world. No one else
For
is.
money. Are you a businessman
Sure.
or are you trying to save the world?
Both. He says, I'm
Both.
being paid to save your world.
Which world's that? We're from like 4 different worlds. Moonboy's is already
Yeah,
destroyed.
you weren't.
So, great job.
Right.
Dorian.
Joke's on
This is-
me.
You have no respect for life or the planet you're preserving.
You're right, but I
This
have a
isn't-
respect for business.
You are truly
See?
the worst.
Ayn
villain
Rand.
we've ever
All right, the fountainhead.
Okay, yeah. Klik tries to. She
Quit shrugging,
runs
Atlas.
and leaps at him and tries to grapple him.
Sure.
Yeah,
You,
so she,
Stop
like-
being so annoying.
Yeah, it's she. Yeah, so she and takes a flying leap and tries to
sure,
grapple
you
him.
take 2 points of lightning damage as you
Sure.
step through, as you
Yeah.
step away from the pillar. And as you get close to him, as he is standing and lit up next to this bonfire, you can roll a strength check as he gets to roll in contest to you.
All right, Ben Shapiro, get your fucking ass beat.
Okay, 24.
You immediately just have him in a beautiful WWE stranglehold. So you can describe that in any way you want to, but he is just immediately just in your grasp and grappled.
Klik takes a couple of running steps and throws her body more like a pounce than like a leap, and grabs him with her forearms in a way that both locks his arms behind his back and his head picked up so he can't look at the floor anymore, because whatever that is, I hate it. And she'll click in his ear, so she'll speak Kreen into his ear, but speak telepathically. So it's like a clicking in his ear, grinding, sort of whistling sound, but he can understand what she's saying, and telepathically, and say, "We're not leaving here without what we came for. So you can either help us find it, or we're gonna throw you into the portal you said not to go into."
Oh, please, he says. He kind of like laughs as you hold him. He's like, throw me into the portal. I've been there before, and he's like, I made it.
Oh,
I am unafraid of you. I am unafraid of any world. Please, come into my home. See if you can crack it.
I'm gonna try to throw him into the portal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you... I
We're a bit of
know
a
I need to...
distance.
Is this about right with the arrow on the map here? As you are going to pass, just walk straight to the portal, right?
I'm going to. I mean, that's terrifying. I'm gonna walk a few steps and just throw him as hard as I can. So I'm not gonna go I'll drag him to here, but
Sure.
Just kind of throw him
Yeah.
towards
So as
the
you
portal.
step
And-
about you're about 40, 50 feet away from the portal, and you just hurl him as far as you can. I would like you to roll a d20 for him here.
I'm
As
also
a-
going to move up towards.
oh, the
once you
D20
start-
I rolled for him is a critical fail.
Okay, wonderful. As you
I have
chuck
no idea
his
what
body,
that means.
as you chuck his body, you see it flying through the air, and it's a direct shot. Like, you're athletic, even though he's big. You're big, and you just grab him by the scruff of his clothing and chuck him, and you see him float past the pillar that is closest to the portal. And as soon as he crests that space, you see his body disappear, and like there's a lightning crack throughout the room, and you see him just fall on the ground onto the far northwest pillar in the room, as he seemed to have gone next to that pillar and thrown down right there. K.A.I, as you move there as well, nothing happens. You are just able to walk up.
Interesting.
Cool. Yeah, I stop as I see Klik throw him into teleportation, electrocution land.
Yeah.
I will turn
Where
and
is
start
he?
walking toward him and be like, Are you trapped here?
Where is he now?
Can you leave this place?
Oh, he says, I can. I know how to. You don't. How far are you walking toward him? Please move your token on the map if you can.
I
Electric-
will.
Electric
My movement is
Teleportation
40
Land
feet.
is my favorite Frank Zappa album.
Nice.
He's exactly as far as I need him to be.
Got it. I'm here to help.
I'm from where I could see him. I'm going to look at him, and a blinding lance of light will fire from my forehead 120 feet to him, kind of like skewering through his head, and he has to make an
Yikes.
intelligence saving throw.
Is that Mind Sliver?
This is Rauluthim's psychic lance.
What the fuck?
Oh,
Say it again?
No, I'm not saving him. He has to make an intelligence saving throw.
No,
She
say
said,
it again. What is it called?
Oh, Rauluthim's psychic lance.
Okay.
I feel like we're further
Spell
away from it.
Fizzband's Treasury of Dragons.
Raulus
Remember I learned that.
Can you say it a couple more
Raulus
times?
Psychic
Raul-
land.
Rauluthim's psychic lance.
Flim.
What is your spell save DC, Andrew?
Raulus
16.
He succeeds.
Fucker.
Okay, he's going to take half of this. Is it working?
Holds up a sandwich.
He's going to take 22 psychic... No, sorry, 12 psychic damage.
Oh.
Cool. Give us some flavor of what this spell looks like here.
Yeah, it is like a blinding kind of flash of light that fires from my forehead and kind of like skewers through his head. That just looks painful, even though it's light. It looks like, oh, it would be unpleasant to get that in your head. And yeah, he made the throw, so if he hadn't, he would be incapacitated, as well as taking the full damage, but he just takes the little bit of pain from it.
He kind of like yells out and stands up and is like, girl, throwing me around the room. And he looks at you, Klik, and he's like, I am not trapped here. I am here willingly. This is my home.
Homie.
Thank you. It is both a place for business and pleasure.
Gross.
It does well with my clients.
Your business clients?
Yes.
Were we under the
Are
impression
you a
that-
prostitute? Is this... I'm sorry, we had the wrong idea about this place.
No, I'm
Sorry.
not.
Sorry, what? What, Moonboy?
Were we under the impression that that Florial built this place?
No, I don't think so.
No, this is an arcane.
Florial
thing.
definitely built the caverns, the corridors.
Right.
Yeah, but no, this is a different place. Yeah.
He's
Don't
fucking
like
with
this
us.
guy.
He's fucking with us. He wouldn't be acting like this if he didn't know he has the upper hand. He's got crazy jigsaw land of magical stuff, and he's going to mess with us.
Well,
So what do we do? Do we just pick a door? We just jump through the portal?
I mean, we could kill him.
we kill him.
There
and
is
we
door
go-
1, and he
feel
gestures to the door on the southern side. He's like, there is door 1. And then he gestures to the door on the northern side of the room. He's like, and door 2.
He's not.
pass
If we
through.
find our friends inside, he's not going to just let us walk out of here with him when
No,
we come
it's
back
all-
out here.
No.
We have to take care of him now and then go in through one of these doors.
Fair enough.
Then why isn't he fighting back?
Don't know.
Wait,
Do you want me to?
He's not afraid.
wait. Don't you remember what Malzor said? Said there were tons of them and they all looked the same. If we kill this one, there's probably an army of them in here. What? Killing
One
him?
less to
He's
deal
not
with.
fighting us. This isn't us. We can't just slaughter him.
Well,
We
it's
have,
not
we
you.
have to
Good.
play the
And I'll
game.
cast that spell again. He needs to make it another
Sure.
intelligence saving throw.
Sure, what do you, he failed this time. Absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
He will take it. Sorry. He will take. Oh, there it is. I guess it's not that good. He takes 22 points of psychic damage and is incapacitated.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah, you see him just like kind of like jerk up and is lifted up by this like arcane energy all around him, and you hear a maniacal laugh a little bit, just a that kind of sounds like flutes, and then he slumps to the ground.
And then after that moment, Moonboy says, "Flute! Evil! Evil, evil, evil!"
I get it though.
Yeah, me too, kind of. But
These guys are the
that was
worst.
Mad Evil Dog.
Is it? Well, can he talk or is he dead?
He's incapacitated. I don't know, but he could be. I highly doubt he's dead, but he's incapacitated from the spell.
Are you the only one here? Is this your place?
He's probably just.
Give us
he's
the
probably just
lowdown,
knocked
pal.
out. We have a few seconds.
I'm
making
gonna run over
incapacitated
and
sounds.
tie him. I'm gonna run over and tie him up. And
Cool.
then
You take
yeah.
3 points of lightning damage as you move over to him.
Yep. These damn posts.
Run us back.
And then yeah, I'll rifle in whatever he's could be possibly holding, but mostly I'm gonna put him like make him a little backpack, and we're taking him wherever we're going.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
I
Good.
love it too. Good.
Let's put
Okay,
the
cool.
dimensional shackles on him.
Yeah, let's do that. I just
Good.
had rope. You got the shackles.
He can still go through
Again,
portals.
I need you to move. If you are going to move over and put the
Yes, I
dimensional
will move
shackles on.
over there and put dimensional shackles on him.
All right, you take 7 points of lightning damage if you move all the way over to
This is
him.
a big one.
Yeah.
Ow! I
Um,
gain temporary hit points.
Good. Oh, that's right. Yeah, lightning damage. Let's go.
Lightning heals you now?
No. I can use a bonus action to gain temporary hit points.
Oh, nice. I thought you
I
somehow lightning
will.
healed
So
you. I
once
was
he's
like,
in the
"Go."
shackles, I'll sort of slip him over my shoulders and put him up on my back as best I can and say, "Okay, which door?"
So he said there's this one, the big one.
There's door 1,
Oh.
there's door 2, and there's the door you don't want to go through, the portal, is what he said.
Does he have anything in his pockets? I'll go through his
Did you roll?
stuff.
Yeah, roll investigation check.
All right.
When
Ha-chi-cha.
Klik asks this, I'm actually I have to get close. Give me a second. Apologies. I'll have to move and take that lightning damage.
We might as well pick door 2 so we take less lightning damage
26.
on
I'm
investigation.
going to
Investigation.
move. Come on.
You're
Jesus.
very sure that he only has one thing on him. If you move over to where the arcane being is, Flute, you take 4 points of lightning damage.
Cool.
And as you see K.A.I searching him, and he only has one thing on him, which is a glowing white key. And as you pull it out, it is like illuminates the room almost, and it looks white hot, like it's been heated up, but it doesn't burn you to the touch. And you can see a keyhole on each of the doors.
I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts on him, and then I'm going to push it deeper, so he has to make a saving throw, a Wisdom saving
His
throw.
initial thoughts are, because he's incapacitated. And his Wisdom saving throw was 17.
Oh, he just made it.
Cool. You hear just like kind of like bounce off of his thoughts, and you hear, "No, welcome," and nothing after that.
Looking around the room, can I... Do you have any reckoning of how to turn off this lightning?
Oh
Like
yeah, you
what
can
it
do
might
an
be
Arcane
connected
check
to?
if you'd like to.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Specifically looking at this lightning teleporty apparatus. 21.
Cool. Then I'm going to turn all of these things on into the layer of the map that you can see right now. And you can see a magical aura off of each of these pillars that is, about a 15, 20 foot radius off of each of the pillar that just seems to be floating off of it. And from each one of these pillars, there is a conduit that seems to be connecting all of them. And you can see this tract of lightning that you could not see before. And you're seeing two different types of magic here. There's evocation magic and the other kind that is when you cast
Conjuration.
Fireball.
Oh.
Conjuration. Yeah. So, evocation and conjuration. Yeah. So, one of them is the magic. So you sense two
Or
kinds of magic. You
transmutation?
sense
I forget.
evocation and conjuration. No, it's evocation and conjuration. And from the pillars, that there is an aura outside of them that seems to be what is, every time you kind of crest the aura, it is teleporting you to a different random pillar, and there is the range, the perimeter of them that is causing the lightning damage. So those are two different effects. In fact, Flute, I need you to roll a d20.
8.
And as Flute has walked over and is like watching you investigate this too, you see him step over, and in that moment too, he's moved over to. No, that's the. I selected the
Do I have
wrong
any
one. He
chance
moved-
to stop him before he wanders into it, since I can see?
unless you want to use counterspell, no.
No.
Yeah, as he steps into it, you just see him boom, over there, because he technically did that before you did
Uh,
the
I didn't do that.
There's a
But
network
he doesn't take
of...
any he doesn't take any damage. Actually, no, that's not true. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, Flute. I'm sorry.
21.
Cool. Yeah, you take no damage. Never mind. But you can see the crackle
I
and
didn't do
like
that.
spark of lightning throughout the room.
So is it sort
I
of...
have someone who can go through one of these doors if we want to test a door.
Is that so?
Who might that be?
That'd be our old friend the Rider. Let's make good on the deal we have.
And I'll kind of do like an arcane gesture, and kind of my body blurs a bit, and then I step out of myself, which at first looks to be like an identical copy, but you can see, whereas my human eye is solid black, this version's has kind of like a purple, trail to it, and is like
Okay.
smirking in a way that the Windrider could never duplicate. As
Yeah, it's like his
cast
mouth is
Summon
too big.
Fiend on
Yeah.
myself to conjure this presence into our plane.
Gross.
Hello again, friends. Sorry I attacked you last time.
I don't
we've
believe
worked
you.
things out.
Whatever, man.
Well, if we
Do what you
wanna
gotta do.
Get information. What's behind a door? He can go through.
Pick a door. We don't have a better idea.
Kai, you also know that the lightning damage can be dispelled. It's just a very high level spell that seems to be like permanent on each of these pillars.
Right.
I'll ask the writer. I'll kind of show him the room, like.
You're a clever sort. Maybe you have an idea which door to go through?
Sure. He looks and he's like,
Need
they
his
seem to be
stats, I
both
have 'em.
portals. No, I rolled. I've got him, but
Okay, cool.
he looks at across the room and at both doors. He's like, both of the doors are portals. And he kind of shrugs and he's like, you want to go through one?
Why don't you pick one?
No, don't. He looks at you and says, there's nothing you could possibly do to make me be the one who makes this decision. You have to decide which door you want me to walk through. Because to me,
one
they both
door's
seem
got
like the right
statues.
answer.
One has statues standing up, and the other one has statues sitting down, right?
Yep.
Moonboy,
And one is a
Yeah.
portal.
couldn't you
Both of them are portals.
ask?
Okay. But also, there's
Yeah.
a portal in the room. Or am I confused?
Yes. Yeah. No. It is confusing, but the thing you just said is right.
There's a portal in the room that's open and shimmering, and then there's a door with statues sitting down and a door with statues standing up.
That's correct.
Okay. I'll kind of look at my companions and kind of shrug, like,
Any ideas on which door? We've only got him for an hour.
I could ask the moon.
Can we get rid of him sooner?
I think. I don't know.
Ask the moon. See what if what the moon thinks about one of our 3 options. At least it would narrow it down.
It's a good idea.
Oh, which one should I ask it about?
And I'm kind of curious about the big one he
standing
told us
up.
not to go into.
Me too. But we sort of might already know the answer to that one.
Yeah. But I mean, do we trust this guy? And I'll sort of like hike him up on my shoulders, and he's this big passed out blue guy.
We should name him. How about
He probably has a name,
Sport?
Moonboy.
he's only
Ask the moon.
incapacitated for 6 seconds.
Dan Sport.
Oh,
Jan.
well, he's back,
Jan
but he's
Sport. I'm doing a bit. Everyone be quiet. His name is Jan Sport.
great.
I like
Nice,
it.
we've done it.
He's
I've
back.
powered my joke through.
Ha ha ha!
Nice, thank you, Kai. One more?
Ah!
Nice. Okay, going in, and he looks into his hat. And there in the distance of this yawning darkness within the hat, he sees the moon, and possibly some strange shapes moving beyond it, as this place is now haunted by loose elementals.
Oh, in fact, I would say that you see not only the moon, but a party happening around the moon. You
Oh,
see
jeez.
maybe 20 to 40 creatures, all sort of animal shape. You see this a large pile of reptilian creatures that seem to be just like hanging out on this newly formed log below the moon. You see a cloud of like these bats like flying up and around. You see these like long-legged mammals walking kind of like around the moon and circling it. But this extra-dimensional space is packed full of critters that seem to all have this same lunar glow as the moon.
Oh, there's a smell. Excuse me, the moon!
Oh, Moonboy. Hey, welcome to the party.
This is a pretty sweet sort of we bought a zoo situation you've got going on over here.
Thank you.
Oh, look, that one sounds like a beatbox when it makes its mating call.
You see a large
Yes.
frog just doing
Stop
like
that.
its huge, vocal
Maurice,
sack is just like
stop
exporting,
that.
like growing really quickly.
Not
A big
appropriate
frog.
when there's people around, but all right.
Listen, I'll let you get back to this. See, that makes me, when you say that, it makes me think it's some sort of interspecies bacchanal. Let's call it that.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Right.
Trying to keep things under control.
I'll make this quick. We are in a big, strange cavern, in a big, strange
Totally.
place. We have
All
3
right.
paths from which to choose. The
No,
largest
no.
portal.
You hear like an interruption as
God
like
damn
through the crowd of creatures you see
Son of a
Bartholomew the bat, the lunar bat, like pushing through the
Bartholomew,
thing.
we're
Like,
trying
no,
to get
no.
down right now.
You said I could speak to him the next time he came through. You said that's why
It's
we were
not
pausing
a
I
good
sending
time.
creatures
I
through.
said I would think about it.
But you wouldn't let me send any more creatures through because you said
Yes, because
there was
it's
a
getting
hold up.
ridiculous.
I was only sending lizards, like small lizards, through before. Now I have much more urgent needs.
He
that you
got the first lizard. If he wanted to respond, he would.
It is.
He's
It
getting
is his
the lizards.
obligation to evacuate these creatures.
And he just kind of shouts over this argument, and he goes, "Our moon of moons, portals through which one to choose, yay or boo? Should we go through the big portal? Would that bring fortune or misfortune?"
Yes. Yeah, Bartholomew, he's kind of casting a spell right now.
do
And
it,
you're
you
kind
got-
of throwing off our vibe.
No, God damn it! He's like trying to like push past you as you're giving him the answer, and you can give him for going through the big clear portal. You can give him a very strong whoa. As Bartholomew is trying to push past
don't.
you in the crowd, and be like,
Not
no,
the
he
big
needs to
one.
let
That one
more-
is
He has an
bad news.
obligation.
Okay.
Okay, Bartholomew. Go to bed.
I never sleep. No, come on. I'm
I
a
know.
lunar creature.
Maybe that's your problem. Take a little snooze. All right, the moon, I've got to go. Goodbye. Love you.
I love you too.
Obligations.
Party.
I'm gonna
We need to
pull
talk.
my head back out. And he goes, "Hey, the big
That was
portal.
really
Your,
unprofessional, man.
on your forehead.
The big portal. He was telling the truth. It's bad news.
Shoot.
Right. All right. Well,
Also, there's sort of a
got
camel
this
orgy happening in my hat.
I think all
Yeah,
this
you hear that?
is gonna be bad news.
You can see like faint disco ball pattern from under the hat.
All right.
All right. How about the door with the standing statues?
Do it.
It's fine with me.
Ryder, go as far as you can. See if you can find
Uh,
your friends.
You guys want me to try to turn off these things?
I mean, we'll send the writer
can.
first and see which one we pick. But if you can,
I'm
turn
going
off
to
the
give it a
things,
shot.
that's
I'm going to
obviously
try
good.
to turn off these guys.
Sure.
Cool. And I'm gonna give the writer my last dose of bardic inspiration.
Oh shit! I
As
forgot I had that.
as I awkwardly clap him on the shoulder and like,
See, I knew we could work together.
Yeah, if I can, I want to get in with my tools and try and sabotage this nonsense.
Yeah, sure. You can roll. You can roll an Arcana check. I will say it's very difficult since you are not
Sure.
using the spell magic here. So you have a DC of 25 in order to do
Okay.
in order
Right.
to accomplish this.
It is doable for me.
Yeah, it is.
Not that.
for Kai, what's a 25? That's like an 8.
It's like a 15.
Okay. Which is what I roll. With Arcana, 27, baby.
Hey, the kid.
As you kind of like give us some flavor as you like connect with one of these pillars, and you aren't fully disarming it, you are just stunning it basically. So there is a moment where you can feel all of it go down, and you
Yeah,
all
sure.
just like move toward the door quickly.
I'm sort of like complaining about this guy and about this rotten place, and everyone is being such a jerk. While I get in with my tools and I just kind of route it back in on itself. to subvert the circuit and turn it off for a while.
Cool. Yeah, and you all can just see, even though you cannot see this energy throughout the room, Kai has just like pointed it out. You can feel the weather change almost in this room of the as all of these like lightning and this magic, this teleportation magic, goes away, and you all can
Should
see
have a window.
again these doors, and you have this glowing key in your hand that seems to fit both locks, and you can either go to the northern door or the southern door, and it seems like you are going to the northern door, correct?
Very quickly, before we go,
Sure.
I'm going to cast
Sure.
Identify on this key. And see if it tells
absolutely.
me anything interesting.
It is a
If it's magical, I'll learn its properties. If it's cursed, yada yada.
It is magical immediately, and it seems like the quick answer here is that it is has this arcane energy throughout it, and it is specifically built to be able to unlock any door inside of this. It's like a key card, so it's specifically built to be able to open these doors for you.
Let's go.
Okay.
Love to
well,
see it.
Cool.
Nice. Should work. It's good to find.
Yeah, I'll hurry
Thanks.
up to the northern door, and the rider will effortlessly fly above me.
Sure. You just see two of Flute, and one of them has this huge grin on his face and is kind of like looking over at you every chance he gets.
deeply spooky.
I really wish you
and it's
hadn't
me.
brought
It's
him.
the real one. No, just kidding.
So northern door, who's putting the key in?
Yep. The rider.
I'll do
is-
it. Oh, you're doing
Oh,
the
no, we've
rider?
got a-
No,
we've
we're not
got a-
giving the rider the key. No way.
We have an expendable guy here.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
Give me the key. Give me the key.
He's a demon. He
You
sucks.
didn't want to bring
He's
Malzor.
a dick to
you.
you.
Just... Malzor was more trustworthy, and you didn't want to bring him, but you.
He's
got
not
him.
expendable.
I am.
He's
Give
not
me-
expendable. Who will make caramel Moonboy waffles if Malzor?
Can we just get rid of him? I would prefer it if he wasn't here.
No.
I don't
Me?
like it.
The spell's
No.
been cast. I'm here.
He'll go through the door. Tell us what's on the other side.
Fine.
I'll go through the door. I'll tell you what's
unlock
on
it
the
and he
side.
can go through.
All right. I'm
reasonable.
just
When you open the door to the northern side, are you? I have a very specific question for Andrew. With this stamp lock, do you demand? Do you have full control over this creature?
If it was summon fiend rules as written,
It
yes,
is.
then it's supposed to do what I want it
Whatever
to
you
do,
say.
and it
Okay,
does
cool,
it
cool, cool.
after my initiative in combat. But I get
I
it
think
for an
that
hour, and yes.
Sure, I think specifically because of the way you conjured him, you have control over him right now, and because of your deal too, he's like totally cool. And so he unlocks the door, and in front of him, you see this room. There's this like very like open air room, and you see a sitting area in front of you with a large table and shelves all around the walls and doors, and you can tell this is a room for like people to hang out in. You can see it through. It looks like a comfortable hotel as you look through this doorway. And yeah, that's really the only thing you see is like it seems like there are some doors off to the left and to the right maybe, but there is this like large table with chairs around it in the middle of the room that it seems to be like a common space for people. And this manifestation that looks just like Flute, but kind of has a wider grin, and the eyes that Andrew described looks at you and says, he steps through, and you can still see him. He's like, seems fine to me. He walks forward.
all right. Well, go find our friends and let us know where they are.
This is the plan?
Sure. And
Send
he just kind of like
dingus?
pokes around and looks around, and Andrew, I would like to have you roll a stealth check for him.
What is it good at? What is it good at?
He doesn't have stealth, so he does have bardic inspiration, but I don't think he's gonna need it. That's a 22.
Nice.
You hear a noise from the other side of the room, and you see him like kind of like jump behind a chair, and you see another arcane being that looks exactly like the one that Klik has strapped to her chest. Kind of like step out from one of these rooms and goes, "Hello? Hello?" And he steps through and he looks through the doorway that you all are standing on the other side of, and he's like, "Oh, the crew of the Digger already made it through here." And we can pick it up next time here.
Oh,
Eh,
Wow.
boy.
just fumbling our way through this
hate it
very
here.
dangerous place. It's awful.
The,
What kind
the
of villain
weirdest-
says, "I
the
love
weirdest
business"?
way to tackle it. Yeah.
Welcome to the Azure Forge.
Where we just
Let us delve dungeons.
Let's
That
do
made me
it.
hate this enemy more than I've hated any enemy we've faced. As soon as
It's
he's
just
like,
business.
I love business.
Go
Yeah.
I love
die.
business.
Yeah.
Go
die
die.
You are
for
the
business.
worst. It's fucking
What? It's
Arcane
it's,
Bezos, motherfucker.
It's just business. Arcane
It's almost like I've
Bezos.
been listening to you all for the
Bezos.
past 2 years, throwing all
No,
these
it's
villains at you and seeing
pushing
how you
our
man.
buttons.
No, I'm very
Business
excited. Shout out
villain.
to every map story. This map is incredible.
It's
I've
so
really
good.
thrown him through the ringer too on the Azure Forge. I feel
beautiful.
like I've the plans I have for this. I tried to describe it to him, and he was like, "Okay, yes, sure, I will find a way to make this happen." So I'm very excited about this dungeon. I'm very excited about the next. Who knows how long of this campaign. We are truly in it. This is hurtling toward the end of this arc, and I have no idea how long this is going to last, but I'm very excited about this dungeon that you all have in front of us. So
Heck yeah.
Take a breath, chat. We're gonna be in this one for a while. It sounds like terrifying.
who knows how deep this thing goes? You don't. So
Poor goat. Goat just wants to relax.
We're going to save them.
We better.
You've at least
Assuming
saved
they're
Malzor.
alive.
We
So-
saved Malzor, sort
Kinda.
of.
That's
We
true.
left him outside.
Yeah,
Kind of
well,
saved them.
we were like, who? Oh, right.
Oh, you. Oh, you should stay in the cave. You're gonna be in the way.
Remember how
You
long
would've-
Malzor was in the boat, and then when he came back, we were all like, who? Oh my God!
You're still here?
He was in the boat for so long.
I couldn't find the isolated art of him. I had like the full thing, but I couldn't find the isolated art. So I tried to be very sneaky and not give away to Jordan that he was going to show up tonight. It was like, I need this art, but I have no
So
idea if I
good.
got away with that. So
You got away with it. I fully was not
Cool.
expecting Malzor to come trudging up.
good.
Nice.
I was very happy to announce that Malzor was fine and he is here.
Good game.
Nice.
Good game.
Psyched to have him.
GGs.
Thanks for going along with us, chat. We'll be back
yeah.
next week in this
I think-
dungeon.
Are we here next week?
I don't think
we
we
in
are.
next
We
week?
aren't. We actually
we're out.
specifically
We
are
aren't.
taking next week off. Yeah.
Oh no!
I was gonna be on a work trip.
then
but
we'll
I
be
did my
back.
Job.
On Juneteenth.
But then
Yeah,
we'll be
yeah.
back. Until then, watch the
yeah.
VODs, tell your friends, buy T-shirts.
For the day.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out. We will be off next week, but we'll be back the week after. We're also taking off July 4th. But besides that, we're just rolling on until we get to the end of this dungeon. So,
Hell yeah!
yeah. Anything else?
We love you. We kiss you.
We
Good
love
night.
you.
All right.
Except for one of
see you in the
you.
Discord.
We'll let you decide who.
See you on the other side. Let's get out of here. Good night.
Bye.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humblia, Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than heroes.